Moving on. Sir Robert. Dan, just want to say, keep up the good work. Your work is making me want to start collecting orcs. Just to watch a bunch of boys attacking and having to buy so many more D6. You know what? You're welcome. It is fun rolling so many dice that you can't hold them. You have to have someone help you. And it's kind of funny because they know they're going to die. You have so many dice, they just know their squad is dead. But then you just have a full hand and you're like, can you help me, please? Just put a few dice on. Yeah, great. Oh, just insist me in your annihilation. Thank you. Okay, okay, ready for it? And then they die. So rolling so many dice is fun. I hate when you have to don't have enough on hand. You have to roll 5 times or 6 times or 11 times sometimes. Like when you have a big Burna template and you hit 20 guys with one Burna. And you have a battle wagon full of them, you're just like, I don't have that many dice. We will have enough dice. It's always better to roll all at the same time. It's just such a better feeling. Then you don't have to do any math. You just pick them up and that's how many you need. But you're welcome. Rabbit PT. The running Storm Boys should have lost one since they rolled a 1 for the run during a wall. Actually, he's right. Even though the facts took away the special rule, a WOG for a bunch of guys, but mostly the Storm Boys, what we're talking about, they don't have the fleet when they run, but it says that any infantry model running under the WOG special rule does take a wound. Actually. Let me go find that out. I got it. Okay, so orcs live for the moment of the WOG, blah, 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 blah. You can declare WOG, not occur on first turn. Okay, for the duration of the turn, all friendly orc infantry units have the fleet of foot rule. They're far too weedy for a proper wall. If a unit rolls a 1 when making this wall movement, the orc starts fighting before they get to the enemy. One model from that unit takes a single wound. Note that the unit may still move an inch and assault as normal. See, it says all infantry, and it gave all infantry originally that, except Gretchen, because they're far too weedy. It says so. So that's kind of up to interpretation still, because originally, yeah, it was given, but then as a balance change, they took out WOG from the Storm Boys to make it so they couldn't move 18 and then run 6 and then assault another 6, because that's a lot of inches. So they took it out. I was sad about it. But it says, well, you're making that WOG movement. And so if you don't have that special rule, you can't make a WOG movement. You can run, but it's not a WOG movement because of the other fact that you have to take everything together. So the Storm Boys running, even though a WOG was called, unless there's another fact out there that I don't know about, comment below if you know, but because the Storm Boys don't have the special rule, they can run all they want. They're not making a WOG run. And so if they roll a 1, because here's my logic behind it. I know logic is terrible in 40K, but if a WOG movement is, you're running to get into combat, not running to just move faster we're running some later turn where you get into combat. That's normally, because they normally don't have fleet. When you call, whoa, then you're they're all getting all pumped, they're excited, their fists are going, and they're whole purpose is to get into combat faster that round. Like you don't call a WOG just for kicks and giggles. Sometimes if there's a weird boy you do, but you're running to get into combat. So it's more excited, more pumped, and so when they run, if you roll a 1, there's that chance that they're so excited about fighting, they start fighting among themselves, you take a wound. Storm boys don't have that special rule, and so it's nothing special when the WOG is called for them, not as much as normal boys, normal infantry. And so I would argue against it. No, they don't take a wound. I think we did it properly. Man, comment if you disagree. That's just how the rules seem to me. It seems quite obvious to me. But I am not end all of everything. Oh, Steel Image is back. Woohoo! I love this guy. Chimera is immobilized, so the knob does not need to roll to hit. In the rulebook, it's actually very ambiguous. But in the FAQ, I don't know exactly what page it's on, but it says if it's been immobilized in the previous phase, then it counts, or if it's been immobilized at all, you automatically hit. Even if all the boys attack and the boys manage to immobilize it, so it's moved flat out, it's moving 6 inches, boys charge in, hit on 6s, and they somehow manage to roll like a double 6, like glance, whatever, they immobilize it, okay? So Chimera is immobilized. When the Power Claw attacks, he auto hits because it's in initiative order. He's now immobilized. And that's all in the FAQ. So obviously, if it was immobilized in a shooting phase, when they charge in, everyone auto hits. And so we did play that wrong. So thank you for the correction. And I was able to read that up, and I learned that about the initiative order. So that was pretty cool. So I will definitely be using that in the future. Centurion Cajun. All fear Pinky the Pink Orc. He makes his opponents doubt his abilities through his fashion choices. They are sorely mistaken. Someday he will be a war boss, and his pink hordes will conquer the galaxy. Can't argue there. The Redeemed. First off, I am a complete noob to Warhammer 40k. Haven't actually played a game. That is pretty noobish, but we love you anyways. Welcome to the hobby. It's fantastic. My question is, why did Dan say that he had to get his orcs within 1 inch of the IG Imperial Guard objective, but he was able to contest his objective from 2.5 inches? Is it because it was his objective? Cheers. No. I don't remember saying that. Maybe I did. Sorry. It's just 3 inches. I have to get close as possible to the objective, make sure shenanigans don't happen. And so if you can get within 1 inch, great. But you only need to be just grazing the edge of the base, barely grazing 3 inches. And that's any model. And then it'll contest. And so even if it's a truck, if it's a non-troop choice, it just happened that I had a troop choice within my objective when the Imperial Guard were there. So the Imperial Guard were like on top of the objective. They were like in the objective. They're just like spouting out of the objective. They were so close. But since I was 2.5 inches away, I could have been another 1/2 inch away. If it was exactly 3 inches, doesn't matter. Even if it was one little model, one little Gretchen, the edge of a wheel of a truck, just like the edge of the chases, doesn't matter. If it's within 3 inches, contests, or claims the objective if no one else is there. Right? So Warhammer 40k is a game of inches. So that's the rule. Follow it or die. Mecha 82. I must say that Dan is an extremely lucky player. Yes, I would say good luck and bad luck. They go both ways. Depends on the game. Depends on I think, you know what? It depends on my mental energy of that day. Like if I'm not feeling it too much, I'm rolling without, I don't care that much and I just roll, and rolls aren't that great. But if I'm excited in the game and I'm all for it, just roll, or even other people rolling against me, I'm just and then rolls go my way. You guys ever seen The Secret? And it's like the mind power? I don't know. I really don't know. It's just, when you have a positive attitude, just things seem better, always, just in general. So it's awesome. And, okay, roll of 4+ means turn 7 was played. We just knew the game was over, so we rolled and we're like, yeah, it's over. So we were aware of that. We just decided to end the game. I guess we should have made that more clear too. But thanks for watching. I've been talking forever. Happy wargaming. And don't forget to subscribe.